If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com. You're going to click on FIFA 21 right here, choose your platform you're buying coins on, choose the amount of coins you'd like to purchase, click buy now, and then put in the discount code CHIEF for 6% off your order. Now let's go ahead and let's get right into this video. What's up guys, it's Chief here and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we have for you some more insane trading methods that are going to help you make a ton of coins on FIFA 21. Now if you are enjoying the content or you are new around here, I ask that you guys do hit that subscribe button. We're going to try to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of FIFA 21, so it would mean a lot if you did subscribe. And then make sure to check out all the links in the description, like Twitch for all my daily live streams, Discord for all sorts of trading advice and investments, and then everything else down there as well. And with all that said, let's go ahead and let's get right into these trading methods. And while we jump into this, if you guys would please hit that like button right now, press the thumbs up right below where you're watching the video. It does help me out a ton. Now, what we're going to be looking at today is trading with different position modifiers. Now, I am a huge fan of trading with consumables because a lot of times it's kind of an untapped market that a lot of people don't pay attention to, which is why I'm kind of a big fan of it. So we're going to jump into what position modifiers to trade with, prices to look at, and things like that. So when it comes to position modifiers, I typically try to trade with any position modifier that is going for basically 400 coins or more, because otherwise there's a lot of these guys that only go for like 200, like these left wing backs to left backs and things like that, and you can't really trade with those because they're already going for minimum price. So what I like to use to kind of check all these prices and things is, if we jump over here, it's going to be the FootWiz position modifier thing. If you just type in like FootWiz position modifiers into your browser, basically it'll come up and it'll show you all the prices of the position modifiers. And I'm on PlayStation here, so this is typically what I use to find position modifiers to trade with and the prices they're going for at that time. Now, jumping in to this, the first things I like to look at, like I mentioned, is anything that's going 400 coins or more. And typically I try to stay away from these really expensive ones like the cam to center mid, because typically those are just really hard to pick up and you're not going to make many coins trading with those. So let's start off with the CDM to center mid here, 800 coins. And one that I went ahead and looked at before the video and actually picked up a couple cards. So what you want to do is always on console check the price as well, because those prices won't always be updated. So these will sell for 750 definitely, and let's check 800. These will definitely sell for 800, so let's check 850 here. So these will be selling basically 800 instantly. So I would try to pick these up for probably 650 a piece. Now, sniping versus bidding, what are you kind of looking at? In terms of sniping these cards, what I found before the video is they take a little bit to pop up, but basically I won every single card that popped up here, which was very nice. But like I mentioned, it does take a bit for these cards to pop up, and I typically don't prefer sniping anyway. I do like to go for bidding. So what you can do is just go through and bid on every card that doesn't already have a 650 coin bid on it or less. But what I found with the CDM to center mid is there's this one person that's just gone through bidding 700 coins on every single card. So what that tells me is someone's already taking up this filter, so I would go ahead and move to something else. And something that's kind of an interesting thing to look at is going with the really cheap ones like this left mid to left wing here. And before we jump into that, I do want to show you just, you are able to win these cards. For example, I got this CDM to center mid right before the video for 100 coins. It's this one, and I can list it for 800 here, make some easy profit. And then I also went ahead and picked up this one, which we sniped for 500 coins. So there's a card from bidding and from sniping. It didn't take that long because, like I mentioned, I picked up the first card that popped up, which was relatively easy. So those are the two cards I got from bidding and sniping on those. But something that's an interesting method to look at, like I was mentioning, is looking at these position modifiers that are really cheap, like for example, this left mid to left wing. If we take a look at the price here, this left mid to left wing is basically going to insta sell for 350 coins. There's nothing on the market for 350 coins or less. So something that I think is a bit of an underrated method is you could go through and bid 200 coins a piece on every single left mid to left wing, or 150 or 250, and you could sell these all for 350 coins a piece. Just like that. I accidentally bid 300 on that one, but we'll still make profit after tax. Tax you don't really have to worry about here because, for example, you're selling at 350 coins, you would only lose 18 coins on tax, so it really isn't that big of a deal. And like this, you could just go through and basically you're going to win every single one of these cards because nobody's really going to be bidding on these. And you could also do sniping where essentially you're going to win like every card. Like right there, that card was sitting there for 200 and I just for like 10 seconds, and I'm just going to grab it, list it up for 350, and it's that easy. So what I recommend is going through and bidding on all the cards you can, and then while you're waiting for those bids to expire, that's when you're going to go through and do the sniping here. But something that's very important here as well is you're going to be winning a lot of those cards, and something you don't want to do is kind of flood the market and artificially bring the price down. And what I mean by that is, say I were to win all those left mid to left wing cards I bid on, I had like 10 of them there or so. I don't want to go and list them all at once. And the reason for that is that basically I would just be providing, there'd be so much supply on the market here at 350 then when there isn't much demand to meet it. So as you can see, someone's already doing this as well when there isn't much demand to meet it. So basically what that would do, people would start undercutting for 300 and then 250, and it would just keep bringing the price down. So you kind of want to list up like 2 to 3 cards at a time, and then wait for them to sell, and then list up 2 to 3 more cards is basically what you're going to want to go for. So just make sure you're not flooding the market and bringing the price down on your own. So like I've won these cards, but I'm going to wait a little bit for my other cards to sell. It looks like one of them already sold. No, this is one of my CDM to center mids. So I'm going to wait for them to sell, and then I'll go and list up some more cards. So that's just kind of a little point to make sure you're kind of maximizing your profits with this. And again, while you're waiting around, do sniping, do bidding, do both of them so that you're winning as many cards as possible here. And typically, maybe I would just bid up to 200. You can bid up to 250 if you'd like. You're still going to be making really good profit, close to 100 coins after tax. So not really something you need to worry about. And then just come in here and snipe for 200 coins while you're waiting for min price, or for 250. Either one works. So just some little points there what you can do with these cheap position modifiers as well. But let's just jump into another one here. One that I kind of like the look of the price is going to be the center forward to striker here. Again, just have it open on Footwiz, and then you can kind of rotate between, and make sure you're always checking the prices on console like I mentioned, just to make sure you're selling at the appropriate price. That's still there for 200. Oh, it's gone. Now these look like they're all going to sell basically for 600 coins, because these will start selling all these ones that are kind of underlisted. If you want to be safe, you can say 550. So basically, I would try to pick these guys up for 400 coins a piece. And again, this is looking like one where someone may be bidding on all these cards. Yeah, like someone's bid 550 there, and that's basically what it sells for. So this would be another one. Maybe you go through and try to snipe these cards for 400 coins a piece and see what you're able to pick up. It's just about rotating between all these position modifiers and seeing what's working best for you at the time, because it's something that I mention a lot with kind of my mass bidding filters and stuff, is people say on videos like this, I'm getting outbid all the time, this method doesn't work, I don't know how you're doing this. Oh, I missed that card for 200. And basically the idea is I give you guys so many methods that when one method isn't working, or there's a lot of competition on it, then you're able to move to another one, and you just rotate between all these methods until you find one that you're able to easily win the cards on, as we get that card for 400 coins. So that's kind of the idea with all of these trading methods, is you're just able to constantly rotate between these and see what's working. And as you can see, those left mid to left wings sold. And so now I'm going to go list up some of the other ones that we won. And then a last kind of quick point for you guys here is basically I see a lot on these types of videos like, oh, I've got 100K, I don't want to do this. But the thing is, people kind of turn their noses at these methods when they have a lot of coins, but I typically don't prefer high budget methods because a lot of times you might just sit there trying to win cards and make big profit. You could sit there for 30 minutes to an hour and end up winning nothing. Where like this, you're going to be making guaranteed profit, constantly getting these coins in no matter what. And when you have a lot of coins, you're able to do these in mass quantities as well. So you're going to make more and more coins as time goes on. And like I mentioned, I may have listed a few too many of these at once. Try not to absolutely flood the market with these cards because you want to make sure you are selling these at the appropriate price. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.